This is very strange.
Yeah, well, I've been in less strange positions, honestly.
I'm leaning on the Scotsman. The Scotsman. The Scotsman. Well, welcome everybody to episode 3 of the Lure Fishing Podcast. And as you can see, we're in a predicament. 3 on a sofa, me in the middle between two... gentlemen.
Why gentlemen?
Not the first time.
We have a special guest, Mr. Dan Bucknell. Dan, thank you for coming.
No problem. Nice drive down. 2 hours. Nice dinner from you, so worth it.
Blackmailed in with a Weatherspoon special. So now we've got Dan coming down, so that's great. So obviously we're going to explore everything YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know much, but...
Can I just comment on like 3 guys, 2 mics? There's a video in there somewhere, I think.
Charles, please.
Oh, is it Before the Watershed?
I don't know. I've got to keep doing this, which is really strange.
Yeah.
Let me just explain. If we put a third mic here,
Can't see us.
it would just be Reverb City. We get interference. So I'm having to do this and talking to this one, which is obviously Charles's favourite Elton John mic, but we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right, okay. So we've got to crack straight onto this because we've only got Dan for a limited time because he's got to get back up north because winter's coming. Is that good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a hat on. It was freezing when I set off. It's like 15 degrees up here.
Yeah, it's sunny down here, isn't it? It's a bit warmer. But no, we're going to get straight into it. So, obviously, we need to talk to Dan. I feel very rude because I got my back to him doing this. Whose idea? This was my idea, wasn't it?
Your idea?
Yeah, it's not working, is it? But we'll plough on. So, I think, Dan, we need to kick straight off into it because obviously you're a very famous YouTuber now.
I wouldn't say that, but...
I'm going to shout. So, how did it start?
The YouTube thing?
Yeah, the YouTube thing.
Well, basically, when I was younger, I used to film bike riding, BMX, stuff at skate parks, used to enjoy it, making videos with my friends, filming them filming me, and used to put them online. And that's like what we did from the age of 14 to like 18, 19. Slowly went out of that, started chasing girls and stuff, and then settled down a bit, and there was something missing from my life, and I thought, you know what, I want to start making videos again. So, thinking, what can I make videos on? I like fishing. There's not that many people making fishing videos in this country using lures, so I just started the channel just for something to do, something that I enjoy. So, yeah, and then 6 years later, it's
huge, isn't it? It's really big, yeah. So you because I met you a couple of months ago, and we're talking about this.
Yeah.
And you just did this channel initially out of fun, didn't you? For for most of the time.
Till last year, yeah, it was just for fun,
yeah.
No expectations of it or anything. If I wasn't enjoying it, I just didn't make videos, and then it just grew and grew, and it's still fun. But I get a little bit more out of it now, so yeah.
I don't think it's something you can do if you're not enjoying it. Do you know what I mean? Because it comes across in your videos, and people would see you're not enjoying it, and they'd switch away. So I think it's for me as a viewer, it's very evident that you enjoy what you're doing, and that makes it enjoyable for me to watch. And I think that's really important. I think that's what a lot of people tend to miss in other people making videos.
Yeah.
It's all very bland, and your enjoyment makes me enjoy the video more.
I think what I do as well is like, I don't think what videos will people want to watch. I think, what do I want to do? What do I want to film? And what would I want to watch?
Yeah.
And that's what I film. And I think that's why I enjoy it more as well. Just doing what I want, having fun, catching fish sometimes, usually small.
Well, you've had 1 or 2 big ones recently.
It's recently, yeah. I've only just learned how to catch bigger fish.
But I think that's important. I think that's important that we've had these conversations before, myself and Dan, that for a lot of people, 90% of their fishing isn't catching big fish.
Yeah.
So to see someone and watch them regularly and get a true insight to what fishing is, it's a lot of catching. You hope a lot of catching smaller fish to catch that one odd bigger fish.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, a lot of social media is what you see is just the better fish. You don't see the 7 or 8 sessions where you just catch 2 or 3 jacks. Whereas I'm quite happy to share them because that's what I enjoy doing.
Yep.
If you gave me the choice, go to a lake, catch 20 jacks, or catch 1 20-pound pike, I'm catching 20 jacks all day.
Yep.
That's my fishing.
Yep.
I'm there for that hit. I'm there for that fight, and just to have fun. I'm not fussed about trophies.
Yeah, brilliant.
Or anything like that. So yeah, that's that's just what's trying to portray in the videos as well.
Let's go back a stage, because show me your finger. This is very strange. Look at that. Look at it. It's like, let me put my... Now, he's not deformed.
I am deformed.
Yeah, not there anyway.
That was from a previous life on your BMXs, wasn't it?
On the bike, yeah. Dislocated. I dislocated that finger.
Look at it.
17, 18, I had a few beers. Did a trick. Ended up with my hand backwards on the handlebars. And that was popped out, so I had to go to hospital. Got to hospital. Waited there 4 hours. Got someone to pop it back in, and they said, come back tomorrow. We'll do an x-ray and see if you need plastic surgery. Obviously, the day after I had other plans. I was like, oh, it'll be all right.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it in a bandage, and 10 years later, this is what it looks like. So,
Badge of honour.
Yeah.
You did your shoulder?
yeah, my shoulder. That used to pop out every other day, rolling over in bed, so... Yeah, that sort of ended my bike riding career.
Your knees?
Dislocated that knee twice, dislocated my ankle, broke my foot, dislocated both my thumbs as well, but they're not deformed too much anyway. They do bend back quite far.
Yeah, look, Can you do that?
No. My hands are wrecked another way from tattooing, but no, that's as far as my thumbs go.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. I actually met someone on the bank once, and he said his wife refers to me as Mr. Bendy Thumbs when they watch the videos together. So that's my nickname, brilliant. Mr. Bendy Thumbs.
Oh, brilliant. But the reason I mention that is because it's amazing how many people you meet who have excelled in things, have got a backstory in other things, and they kind of find a niche.
Yeah.
And obviously BMX was your first love, and you did that, and then it got to a point whereby you had to start doing other things. You were fishing anyway, but you just then started going down the fishing line.
Yeah, it was sort of, it's something you do when you're a kid. You grow out of it. There's other things you want to do, basically, and fishing. I know quite a lot of people who used to BMX or skate, and now they fish.
I used to skate. Yeah. I used to skate. Yeah.
It doesn't seem like something that would fit together.
No.
But it does follow on quite well.
Yeah.
Because it's like a pursuit of...
It's an outdoor.
You're constantly learning outdoors.
Yeah. I mean, I think for me, I had to pack up skateboarding because the older you get, the less you bounce. Exactly, so you hit the floor and it really bloody hurts, right? Do you know what I mean? So it was, I needed to find a pursuit where I wasn't going to break things because I needed to work and earn money. So
exactly,
yeah.
Well, you're right. We were talking about the muskie earlier, and the guide I go with, Matt, he was a professional snowboarder.
Yeah.
And Joe Peterson, who I know, who made the guppy for CWC, he was a professional skateboarder.
Yeah.
So
it's a strange one, isn't it?
There's
got to be a correlation there somewhere. I'd love to know what it is. Like.
Yeah, there is quite a lot of people that used to do extreme sports, and now they're lure fish. Which it's not the most extreme of sports.
No.
I mean, it's sport fishing, but
yeah, that's a strange one. But there we go. And then, so you left school, and then you went to college a bit, but we won't talk about the college bit. So, then you started work as a postman.
Yeah, I left school, went to college, got a job in a warehouse. Just first job I could get, so I could do what I want. And then got a job as a postman, settled down a bit, and then started getting back into fishing more, as I'd sort of fished all my life, on and off. And then, when there was something, a gap in my spare time that I needed to fill, fishing's what I filled it with, basically.
And you were doing your post rounds, and then you told me that you on the early rounds you'd finish early, so you started filming fishing afterwards. Is that
basically? Yeah, I'd go to work, run round as fast as I could, try to get finished for 1 or 2 o'clock, get changed, and then just go fishing and film a video, catch some fish, and then that's it. That's what I did for the first 5 years of it, posting and then fishing.
I think that's brilliant because it's encouragement for those out there who might be considering going down the path of creating for YouTube, and you haven't there's a certain amount of you have to invest your time into it, and you have to. We've had this conversation. You have to be consistent with it, and you have to be. You have to have longevity. Yeah. But you haven't got to change your whole life straight away. Like you say, you was doing it alongside working a full-time job, and it is possible. People think you've got to do these really highly polished, finished edits, which sometimes is lovely to have that really nice silky B-roll, but you could just produce content, and as long as you're personable, you're doing stuff that people want to see, people will watch it.
Yeah, just do what you want. I mean, it doesn't have to be big fish. It doesn't have to be well filmed. It just has to be relatable.
Yeah,
I think that's the main thing.
Yeah.
And not everyone's got access to waters where you can catch regularly catch pike, but you know, you can go out, you do trout fishing or sea bass or bass. You know, people
yeah.
don't like it being called sea bass.
Yeah. It made me cringe a bit. Yeah.
But yeah, if it's something that you truly want to try doing, just try it. And you know, I always used to say you've got to treat it like a second job, where you know you could treat it as, you know, if you had a job as a pizza delivery driver after work. You know, you don't get paid for it, but it's like the same sort of hours.
Yeah. What point do you think that you... What was your mindset when you felt like you wanted to really pursue it as your main career?
To be honest, I was... It's kind of hard because it sort of just happened, really.
Yeah, just naturally.
Yeah, I had a few videos that did quite well, so I was earning more from AdSense than I was in my day job as a postman, which I was at that time I wasn't very happy with. So the idea was to stop being a postman, take a part-time job, and do YouTube part-time. Mm-hmm. So I had a part-time job lined up, quit the postman job. Great, went to start that, and there was like, actually, we just need you full-time now. There's no part-time position. Ugh. So I had the choice. It was quite a well-paid job as well. It was more than I was earning on YouTube, so I had the choice of pursuing YouTube full-time and struggling and grinding with that, or taking this easy option of a full-time job.
Yeah.
Which I didn't do. I just decided I'd go do YouTube and see what happens. And a year later, I'm still doing it. So.
Well, it's panned out, and I think there's a lot to be said for those taking those leaps every now and again, and not just leaps blindly. You obviously you considered it, and you worked out that's what you wanted to pursue. Yeah. And it worked, and putting your time and effort into it paid off. I think.
Definitely.
Yeah. That's how I sort of.
It was one of those things of, I can try it now. If it doesn't work, I can always get another job.
Yeah.
Whereas if I take this full-time job and leave this to the side, I'm never going to pursue it ever.
No.
So
yeah,
it was, you know, it wasn't too difficult of a decision, but it was very stressful, financially and everything. Trying to make it just from the YouTube, but it all worked out for now anyway.
We were talking in Wetherspoons with our non-alcoholic beers, and we were talking about that fear driving people on when you have to make a difficult decision. Mm-hmm. So did you find that once you made that decision, you were so committed to doing it, you just kept going for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm. I always strive to do more than I'm supposed to do. Mm-hmm. So like, I knew how much I needed to do, but I always try and do a little bit more, just because I enjoy that, pushing myself. Yeah. Once I committed to doing it full time, I wasn't, just like doing a little bit here and there and just carrying on with what I was doing. I was going full in, putting all the time I could into it, and just making sure that it would work. Yeah. I set up a little shop, started making a few lures, which took up a huge amount of time. Yeah. But it's what I needed to do at that point to make sure I could carry on doing it. Yeah. It worked out.
Brilliant. Cool. We've got some lures here, talking of lures, which will open shortly. And these are lures sent by viewers. Yep. So if you are a DB viewer, which there are thousands, obviously hundreds, well, not that, then you're on
52,000.
Wow. So there's bound to be a few people who are subscribers to your channel, hopefully watching us.
1 or 2.
You may have sent these lures in, so we're going to critique them. No, we're not. We're going to have a look. I think this is great. This is what we want people to do here.
I'm going to pinch them.
And Dan has actually fished with all of these, so we're going to talk about them briefly in a minute.
Whatever the best one is, I'm taking home.
But I think also we kind of jump forward a little bit, and I think what I'd like to talk to you about is, so you're working as a postman, you're ultra keen on your fishing, you're loving filming it as well, and you sort of a year or two, and maybe let's talk about 2 or 3 years in, and you must have this great sense of achievement that you've got 5,000, 7,000, 10,000 subscribers. Is that what happened?
You do. There is the achievement. Well, when I started the channel, my goal was 100 subscribers in the first year. Mm-hmm. I think I got that in 2 months, maybe 3 months. I got quite lucky with a couple of early videos. So once I hit that 100 subscribers, I was like, oh, fantastic. And then a few days pass, and it's like, okay, I want to get to the next number now. I want to get to 500, so you get to 500, and you're
competing with yourself.
You compete with yourself, yeah. You're happy when it happens, and then you're like, okay, I want to get to the next big number, and it's like an addiction. Of you're happy with the growth, but you don't feel 100% satisfied because you know obviously it can grow more and more. It's a bit of a weird one, but it doesn't feel like a huge number when you can't really see the people, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But obviously when you sit down and actually think about it, it's like 50,000 people is a lot of people to be subscribed to the channel.
That's like I could be totally wrong here, but that's like the capacity of some football stadiums.
Oh, big football stadiums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people. I think that's, when you put it into that, so you can visualise and see those people and think, but that's the amount of people that subscribe. I think that's amazing.
Well,
it's incredible.
I'm an Arsenal fan.
Yep. Same.
Are you? Yeah. Oh. Grimsby fan?
I don't follow football at all. I'll say Arsenal as well.
I think Emirates holds 63,000. I think Anfield's 70. Not Anfield, Old Trafford's 70 odd, and I think they're the biggest two in the country. So DB's got more subscribers than most Premiership football stadium capacity.
There you go.
The way I equate it is I used to do assemblies at school. So there'd be 300 pupils in a year group. So 300 pupils sat on the seating it's a little bit daunting when you're talking. Yeah. So if you times that by however many, it's a lot of people. So you've done fantastically well in what's been relatively a short time.
Yeah, 6 years. Just coming up a couple of months off 6 years.
So I mean, you must be so pleased with the growth that you've had.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, I wasn't saying that I'm not pleased with the growth or anything.
No, you must be amazing.
It's. I would say it's like a dream come true to be able to do it, but it wasn't even a dream because I never thought that it was achievable.
Yeah.
With a UK lure fishing channel.
Do you have a next target, a next goal that you've set yourself, or I'll be asking you to reveal too much? Like?
Not in terms of subscribers or anything like that. I think I like to the point I am now. It's like plateaued off a bit.
Yeah.
And I'm quite happy with the base that I've got.
Yeah.
My goal now is to improve my fishing.
Right.
Because the last 6 years I've focused on filming videos.
Yeah.
So it's always been, where can I go to catch a few fish to make a video? Whereas now I've got a couple of extra days where I can think, I can go out and just go for a big fish. If I don't catch it, I've still got time to film videos of other points.
Oh, of course. So, yeah.
So improving my fishing, working on new techniques, and a lot of travelling as well. I want to fish around the world, basically.
Brilliant.
So as much as I can travel, I will. So hopefully find some of these big muskies somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, we're going again soon, hopefully, COVID allowing. I've got a strange Scotsman that wants to come with me.
People are genuinely going to think I'm Scottish, right? I couldn't be further from Scottish.
It makes me smile. I don't know why. But it'd be great to have you come along as well. We've got to do something about these mics. I keep doing this, so I'm going to have to use the small one later on.
Okay.
But sorry.
Lean in.
I'm leaning in. So maybe DB, if I can get a trip, because COVID ruined everything.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been for 3 years. So I haven't seen my American mates for over 3 years.
Yeah.
And I was meant to go with a bunch of Swedes last time. It got cancelled. It's just been like a disaster. So maybe in the future, if not this year, certainly next year, if we can get a UK trip going.
Yeah.
And we could tag along with the Swedes. So we've got a big group.
Yeah.
Because the more we it's expensive. The more we have, the cheaper the guides will be.
Yeah.
So maybe we can set something
Always.
up. So if anyone's watching and wants to do a bit of musky fishing, I warn you now, it's not cheap, but it's the best holiday ever. It is brilliant, and these things are mental. These things are mental, and we'll have a bit of fun. But I didn't even know we were going to talk about that. Yeah. Right, while I'm leaning over, should we have a bit of play with these?
Go for it.
Right, okay. I've got to open the box. Which one are we going to look at first?
You pick one out, and I'll try and let you know.
Talking about muskies, this one looks like a musky topwater bait. So
if you can get it out of the box.
It's tangled to everything.
How every good lure should be. Sounds good.
It's the
hook in the
oh Lord! Right, I can't even get it out. This is like the. Here we go.
There we go.
Right, so look at the paint job on that. It's brilliant. Can you remember who
Got
said
a lot of
it?
sparkle. Yeah.
It's got DB on it.
That's the guy who made its initials.
Oh, really?
They're just the same as mine, yeah. Bandit Lures on Instagram. The guy's called Dave. He messaged me at the beginning of last year, maybe the end of 2021. just asked if I wanted a lure making, and I said yeah, and this is what he sent. So it's a very big whopper plopper.
Yeah.
I actually have caught 3 or 4 pike on that. I did a video with that last year, I think. But yeah, it's
That is very similar to the musky lures they use, and that silicon's very important. It has to be like that because that hook is on a soft bit of silicon. It twists and gets caught in that.
yeah.
Right.
It won't spin.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So I like that.
Very interesting. Yeah.
You can take it to America or Canada, wherever you go. Do some muskie fishing.
They'd laugh. It's too small.
I catch some small muskies.
It would work. It would work. Yeah. Okay. Let me try it now. Because we've done a little bit of prep, so I know that's part of another series of lures, isn't it? So
that's it. Came with 2 tails. The other tail matches better, but I've lost that. That is a dodo lures. For the guy's called Bart. I bought a lure off him, made a video with it, and he said he liked it, so he sent me this one, which it was a lamprey, as you can see by the front.
Yeah.
And yeah, that worked well. Like the other tail's just a swim bait tail,
Right.
and I caught quite a few pike with that as well.
Cool,
sort of like a McHybrid or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that works really well.
we'll save that one for last. I love.
Well, that's the same guy as that one. But
Is it?
We can save it anyway.
Okay. Should we go to the clownfish?
The clownfish.
Nemo. It's cool, that.
Nice colours on that one.
Paint job's nice.
So that's Instagram as well. JT Lures. Yeah, JT.
He's remembered without even looking.
I know.
Yeah.
I would have forgot all of them within
I've got
seconds.
quite a good. I've got a good memory for things that I don't really need to remember.
Yeah.
But if I'll make something in the oven and just forget to turn the oven off. So yeah, that it looks like a jerkbait, but it's like a very subtle lipless crank.
Right.
But it's got a really nice finish on that one.
Yeah, wicked.
Clownfish.
Yep. Nice one. That goes with that one. That's separate, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got this one.
Well, that's with these 3.
Sorry,
That's the separate one.
that's the separate
Yeah.
one. I'll be no good as an assistant. No.
That one, the Pike in Irish on Instagram. I think he said that was the 2nd or 3rd lure he made.
Wow.
And that's a really nice jerkbait. It sinks quite quick for the waters that I fish, but if you're fishing somewhere a little bit deeper, it'd be perfect. Well, it's got a really nice jerking pattern.
This is what myself and Charlie are asking viewers to do. Send in your homemade baits and we will show them on here. Because in Sweden, independent lure builders are huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely massive. And it'd be nice to kind of build the base here.
Yeah.
Just with people with their designs and their
There's
ideas.
a lot of people doing it now,
Yeah.
but there's not like
There's no
a
platform.
huge community for it.
There's no platform for it. I've had this conversation with people before that I really feel like that these sort of people making these sort of things are genuine craftsmen, and it's so impressive. Everything down to the finish and the paint is a genuine skill, and I feel like they should be lauded more than they are.
Yeah.
And there's no platform for them. So if we can offer some sort of platform, I'd love to.
That's on its own, isn't it?
No, these 4 are together.
Oh, right. Okay. Because that I picked that one out
That's
earlier.
the smaller version of that.
That one looks like a guppy.
Guppy, yeah.
Yeah. And this one's a slightly elongated version.
Yeah, but they have the same action as a guppy. Nice side to side, that tail kicking. This one I've caught a lot of fish on.
Yeah.
I've caught fish on this one as well. But yeah, they are Leon Prins, based out in Netherlands. He sent me those 2020 as well, I think. But yeah, really nice. And the other lures that he's made, the backslappers, the backslapper XL is a very well-renowned big fish bait in the Netherlands. It's got like a really random action. It's not like a normal jerk bait where it's side to side. It's side, up, down, forwards, backwards, whichever way. It just
like real reaction,
slaps
right?
around.
Yeah, brilliant.
But I think last year someone had a 15 kilo pike on one of those.
Wow.
So
I like the eyes.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
yeah.
Nice.
That's different, isn't it? It's got
Very
a wider profile
Yeah.
at the front. Do you like those? Okay, let's go to the last 2. I've just hooked myself. It's all right.
So yeah, this one's Bully Baits. He's pretty active on Instagram. You've probably seen him.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
So this is like his idea was 2 bait fish following each other basically.
Yeah.
It's quite a shallow runner. It could do with a bigger lip in my opinion, just
Yeah.
to get a little bit more action.
It's cool though. I like these
yeah.
like zombie baits. They look like they've just been cobbled together at bits they found. I think it's great. I love
this is put my logo in the eyes as well.
Fantastic.
So that's a nice little feature.
Is it quite humbling that people want to share these things?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Especially that guy who say the second or third bait. You know, I think that's great that one of his first considerations is to send you something.
Yeah,
I think that's brilliant. Yeah.
It doesn't. It like. I still don't feel like that many people know I am. So when people want to do things like that, it is really
that's cool.
Surprising and humbling, and it's really cool.
That was a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not quite sure what it's a
buzzbait.
So that's me.
Is that Irish you?
That's me. Yeah. So he sent just this with a line through.
Right.
As you know, he's made me with my classic flannel and hat on. And yeah, I made it into a buzzbait. So hopefully this spring I'll be doing a video with that, catching a pike on myself.
We were saying earlier that I've not done much with buzzbaits, but I love the idea of catching fish on them. So I'm going to put a lot of time into them this year and really force myself to use them.
They work so well. It feels a bit weird trying them because not many people use them in this country, but the fish react.
Yeah.
Like I fished with Andy Buckley.
Yeah.
We fished for a whole day. Both of us struggled. I think he had 2 little jacks. I put a buzzbait on and immediately started getting follows and hits, and it was nothing else had worked. Really? And then the buzzbait was just driving them crazy. So it's really something that I think a lot of people are missing the trick on. Definitely.
Yeah. I think topwater pike fishing in general is very underused in this country.
Yeah.
Like I actually did it on Rutland a couple of years ago.
Oh really?
Yeah. I had a day catching loads of little Zeds, got really bored of it, and tucked myself into one of the little bays. And this was quite late in the season. It was sort of like October time. I thought I'm going to just throw some topwaters around for a little while.
Yeah.
For pike. Spooks, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I had 3 fish in 30 minutes. It's the only pike I've ever caught with intention from Rutland. I've caught them Zedding and stuff like that before. But and I had a follow of a massive fish, which we've all, I don't want to go down that route. The one that got away. But so I think the places like that they just get ignored. People don't do it.
Topwaters from sort of May to end of September. I think topwater is the best way to catch pike.
Yeah.
The hookups are not very good.
No.
But it's so much fun. The pike go mental for them, and it just works better.
Yeah.
I think they've seen that many subsurface lures. It's even though it's something they wouldn't normally eat. They'll go for it because they might not have seen something spinning around above their head like that.
Yeah. For me, it's so strange because I do so much topwater fishing for bass.
Yeah.
And it's my go-to. It's the first thing that comes out of my box every time I go bass fishing is a topwater.
Yeah.
But I so rarely throw it in fresh water. Like for perch, for pike, for chub. Even for chub more than any, probably.
Yeah.
But it should be part of my arsenal, like my regular arsenal, but it's not. But I'm going to force myself this year.
I was going to say perch as well. I'm going to force myself this year because I think that's another market.
Talking to Ash Costa.
That's
the person you've got to talk to about that.
I did a very small amount with poppers, and the perch got mad for him. And no one's really talking about it, are they?
No.
So I think this year a lot more people are going to be doing that.
I hope
think a lot of good perch are going to be caught.
Yeah, definitely.
They are basically bass.
Yeah, yeah.
Sea bass.
So, yeah, that's that. go.
We'll start calling them freshwater bass.
Yeah.
Red perch. What are they going to call them something? No, red something. Redfin.
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 Australian, isn't it? Australia, they call them redfin.
Redfin.
They call them
Reddies, So it's just to switch gears a little bit, but sort of hark back to something you said earlier about people recognising you and knowing who you are and sending you things. Have you got any sort of weird interactions you've had on the bank with people that have recognised you? Or do you get that often? Do you get people going, "Oh, you're DB"?
I do, yeah. I wouldn't say I've had that many weird interactions. Actually, the last day of the river season, I was fishing with my friend on one side of the bank and 2 other people were on the other side, and they didn't realise it was me, but they were talking about me.
Brilliant.
And I could overhear them over the river.
Have you seen that DB? His videos are shit.
So yeah, that was quite funny.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's been weird sometimes when I'll meet someone in the bank and they'll just start talking to me like as if they know me.
Yeah.
Just because they've watched the videos and everything. So that's quite cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing too weird. I did have someone comment once asking to buy my used underwear.
Amazing. Did you do it?
No.
Oh, mate, you should have done.
I mean, if I was a bit more desperate for cash, I would have done.
Yeah, 100%.
Your used underwear,
Yeah.
mate.
Should we set him up on OnlyFans?
My used underwear is like it should be. I should save it for scientific research.
Exactly the same. Yeah.
It's got a heartbeat.
Well, no, you get 4 days use out of your pants, don't you? You wear them one way, then you turn them inside out, and you turn them back to front, and then back the other way, and you can get 4 days out.
All right, fair enough. Yeah.
This is how you managed to get second place at Perch Mania. You got the scent, didn't you?
Yes,
Stink.
the pheromones. Yeah.
That's the stink. I had my special pants dipped in the water.
Yeah.
Just like chumming for sharks. Yeah, just got your pants in there. Just wait for him to come up, lip grip. There you go.
No hooks needed. Yeah. How did we get talking about pants? Where did that come from?
You brought up.
Did I? Oh no. He said. Yeah, he said someone.
Did you know he was going to mention about his pants? No. So I think we got to also broach. You've obviously had interaction with other YouTubers.
Yeah.
So have you got a few stories that you can tell about one or two of those, even if they're like just how you met them?
Do you? Because in my mind, like I think it's such a small community.
Yeah.
Within, especially if you go right down to the UK lure fishing YouTubers, it's very tight knit.
Yeah.
And I feel like everyone should really be working together a little bit.
Yeah.
Is it a bit like that? Do you all converse? Do you talk to each other and do things?
Not a huge amount, no.
You should do.
We
should do.
yeah.
Really should do. Yeah.
I fished with Snagborough twice. I went down to Birmingham, fished with them. Incredibly hard waters. Mm-hmm. Heroin needles everywhere, rubbish everywhere, hooking carrier bags. But we had a good time. We caught some fish. Yeah. They're really nice lads. They're a little bit different off camera than they are on camera, but
yeah, I think everyone is to an extent, aren't they? I think everyone's got a personality that they want to portray.
Well, yeah,
that's good.
They're really nice guys. They're really focused on growing and
professional.
And doing
it's their job.
They are professional.
It's their job.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's good.
They put a lot of effort into it.
It shows as well.
So yeah, I met them down in Birmingham. Then they came up to my waters and we struggled as well. I had to take them somewhere that we're not technically supposed to fish from to catch. But yeah, we had a good time.
Yeah.
Fished with Andy Buckley a few times.
Yeah.
He took me fly fishing on his very expensive bit of river, and that was fun. Caught my first fly caught grayling there.
Yeah.
And then he's come up to my waters as well, and we've done a bit of lure fishing and everything. George Lamb from Adventure Fishing UK. We fished in the Lake District. Did a full day trout fishing and got one trout this big, which is why no one's ever seen that video. That was very, very. That's the thing when we have collabs as well. A lot of the time it's so difficult fishing.
Yeah, it's the curse of the collab, and if something goes wrong, It's
always hard. I've never had a collab where it's been easy.
No.
But yeah,
well, it's always going to be the way.
I've got one organised with Chris from the Ginger Fisherman.
Yeah.
First week of April. So hopefully we can have some good fishing, and that should be a good video.
Cool.
One that's very, very highly requested as well. Me versus Ginger Fisherman.
Is that how you're going to do it?
Yeah.
Is that brilliant? That'd be good. Yeah.
I think that's great. I think we should see more of that. I think everyone should be supporting each other and working together. I think it's great to sort of build a community like that.
Yeah, definitely. I wish there was more people that were able to do collabs, because it's something that I want to do a lot, but it's so difficult to match times with everyone.
So if you're out there and you've got a little YouTube thing going, drop him a message. He wants to hear from you.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm always up for fishing with people.
What we're going to do, because we've already run half an hour into this, we've got loads of questions to ask Dan. So we'll keep going for over 5 or so minutes, but what we're going to do is chop this in half. So we'll actually make Dan's appearance be two podcasts, because there's so much more that we are going to delve into, but we'll keep chatting for the next 5 minutes. But just so you guys know that we just can't let him go after just half an hour, because
we're going to hold him ransom for 2.
Exactly. So what we're going to do, we're going to carry on for the next 3 minutes, but then what we'll do, we'll chop this one, and then we'll start again with episode 4. So bear with us, and we're going to get through other things, but still on this chronological journey of yours. So you were a postman.
Yeah.
You're doing a YouTube channel, and then you had to make the decision about going basically full time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And knowing a bit about YouTube, it's a scary machine.
It's very unpredictable.
Yeah. So you've got to live off what you're doing. So I've got loads of questions for you, so I do apologise, but one of them is, how did you start to work out how to manipulate the algorithms and get your channel really pumping?
If I knew how to do that, it would still be pumping. Yeah. It was a total. I'll tell you how I learned, actually. At the beginning, when I first started my channel, there was a lot of buzz on social media about the Savage Gear duck and rat.
Yeah.
So what I did, I don't know, like 4 or 5 videos then, pre-ordered the duck and rat. I thought to myself, I want to be the first person on YouTube to put these videos out.
Mm-hmm.
Put the rat video out, 400,000 views. Put the duck video out, I think I got 80,000 views. And that's how my channel started,
Skyrocketed, yeah.
So I'm going to put in, so my question to you is, how did you get that mindset in the first place? Was it just common sense?
Maybe not that common because no one else did it, but to me it seemed like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
To grow, basically. It's because I watched Mad's video with the duck, and I enjoyed that, and I wanted to see more, but no one had got them, so I thought I'll make one myself. I imagine more people will want to watch that because I want to watch it. So yeah, that's what I did. They were very terrible videos. I literally just got a baitcaster to do them videos and never used one before.
Brilliant.
So I was holding it like behind the reel.
Yeah.
So yeah, like looking like I was a pure novice still then. I still am, to be honest with you. But yeah, looking like a pure novice. But yeah, that really got the channel kick-started. So I always tried to do that when new lures came out. I struggle now. I'm working with a brand. It's difficult to do that, but that's through the first 5 years. That's always what I tried to do, and that always helped like boost it forward, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, I've got over there a box of Wolf Creek lures, and Dan was straight in it. Because you've got this interest in lures, haven't you?
Yeah.
And we were over here talking about one thing, and he's over there in the box, just looking, going, "Oh wow!" And I think that's one of the things. I've only known you a very short period of time, but you're generally a really nice person. A, which obviously helps, but B, you love lure fishing.
I do, yeah.
And it was that's one of the things I noticed. I thought, you can see he loves it because he's delving in, looking at, picking up things and looking at them.
I saw all these on the table. I wanted to go through them straight away. I'm dying to open that box that's there. Hook me up box.
Yeah. We did that episode 2. It's because I basically kept all the crap on the table from the previous recording. Very lazy of me, I know. I'm going to fess up to it, but yeah, you're allowed to have a look when we have a little break before we do episode 4.
Right,
but
okay.
We won't bore people with it because we did it on episode 2. But I think that's the essence. A lot of lures are designed to catch the angler.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But I think that's part of the fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
And on that thing as well, the lures are designed to catch the anglers, but the videos using those lures are also designed to catch the viewers as well.
Yeah, of course.
In a sense, like I bought a turtle lure from America, a topwater turtle. I knew it wasn't going to be a great lure, but I thought it might get a lot of views.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of mindset I have. Like, what random stuff would people want to see?
And it's funny, and it's enjoyable, and it's light-hearted, which I think is brilliant. Like that, and like I do that all the time. I pick something that looks crazy. Yeah. Because the buzz of catching something on that mental look is better than catching something you know you're going to catch on.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. Yeah.
That's the thing. There's people that have fished for 10, 15 years and just use the same lures still, and using new lures and playing around, even if they look rubbish, you might discover something like buzzbaits last year. I discovered how amazing they were at getting reaction bites when nothing else is working, and like all the experiment and everything, it like improves your fishing so much.
Yeah.
Like doing if I never did the YouTube channel, my fishing would still be really poor quality, but like learning just by trying things for YouTube, by people's comments, and just being out on the water more, like my skill level, even though it's not brilliant still, it's gone up a huge amount. Yeah. Just from
innovation. It's innovation, and it's moving forward. And I think that's we've spoke about that loads of times about how that's how things evolve. You try new things, and some things work, some things don't, or some things do, and there you go.
Right, I tell you what I'm going to tease everybody. We've just opened Dan's box to see how he thinks, and we're going to stop there. The tease. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to end the podcast here, and then you're going to have to watch episode 4. I'm blackmailing it. Do you like my tactics?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yes. So we've hooked you in.
Saved some secrets for episode 4.
And we've got some secrets. Yeah, we definitely have. So, Dan, absolute legend for coming up. Dan,
no problem.
Down.
I've come up, he's come down.
You've come up, he's come down. So guys, this is what we're going to do. We're going to end it here. Charlie, anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm looking forward to episode 4.
Yeah, and what we're going to do, we're going to take a short break, and then what we'll do, we'll come straight back with DB Part 2.
See you guys.